TheFlowergod. We're going to do something with plants and flowers. What I've done, I've got a basket. I've already put my plant in one side. I put a little liner in it so you don't get water all over your table or all over your, wherever you're going to place it. And I've covered it with moss. On the other side, I've put floral foam in here. It's a little plastic liner. I've taped it down. Now we're going to place it over on this side. Now I'm going to put a little bit of moss around the container itself. It'll kind of camouflage your container. I'm just going to put just enough to kind of secure it. You kind of, like I say, cover the container up so you don't have that look of a plastic in there. You want something that's more natural. Now what we're going to use a little bit of different foliages, chapellara leaves, aspidistra, ivy, fern, foxtail fern, sword fern. And what we're going to do, we're just going to camouflage the rest of our mechanics here, just to give it that real garden look. Plants and flowers together, something you can use, take somebody in the hospital or just for a picnic on your picnic table. Just about any occasion. Good for birthdays. And I use my foliages very natural, just like if you had them out in the garden. What you see outside you want to do with these also. Everything is natural looking. Now I'm going to add a little amaranthus down here in the front. Just cascading right off the front here, just kind of give you a little color. I'm going to be using stargazer lilies with this. But I'm going to start out with all my foliages first. I want to get a real garden look. Now what I've done with this, I wanted a little curve to it. This has been out at room temperature. You can kind of roll until you get that bend. If you try it too soon and it gets crisp, it'll snap on you or break. Now we're going to balance this out. We're going to use a little bit of aspidistra. And we're just going to have fun with this. It's just going to be the jungle. A little bit of sword fern. I love all the different textures of all the foliages. You have the bold with the ivy, you have the delicate with the fern. And this is actually accenting with the palm. With your fern, a lot of times too, you want to cluster the fern in little groupings to look like it's actually out in the garden. You don't see just one sprig pointing up here and one sprig pointing up there. You want kind of clustered. Gives you that natural garden look. Do some depth with it. Do some out front. Do some in the back. And again, what I've kind of done here, I've kind of made it look like a fern plant coming around the center. And I've used a little bit of the foxtail fern. I'm using just the bottom part of the stem. And all this is just going to give me a little delicate look. Okay, now I've got all my foliage in. Now I'm going to use my lilies, my stargazers. Put one right in the front. That's going to be my focal point. And I'm just going to kind of group them in different groups. I'll do 2 or 3 in this area. I'll come over and do 2 or 3 here. This adds a little balance to it, a little more color also to your bouquet. There's several different varieties of lilies. These are actually stargazer lilies. Your stargazer lilies are in the oriental family, and there's literally thousands of different varieties of oriental lilies. Some of them are pinker than others, some of them are lighter. They come in yellows, they come in reds, whites. You have your Casablanca lilies, which are a white lily. They come in all different colors. But they're more of a larger lily. Now I'm just adding a little height to it. This is giving you that lily garden patch. Always like to use the buds because the buds will open up. And of course you want to make sure you water your arrangements daily. Your flowers actually drink up the water. And people will be surprised how much a fresh lily would drink the water up. Again, I'm going to use the buds to really pull it together. And again, like I said, the buds will open up. And I'm going to cascade a little bit over the bottom of the planter with the palm. And if you like, you can use a little bit of filler. This is Monte Cassino. September flower is another name for it. I'm taking some of the foliage off of the bottom because that'll be the first that goes, so you want to make sure it looks really fresh for a long time. And this is just going to accent it. Nothing really bold, just an accent to fill in some of your flowers. You don't really have to use a lot of it, just a little bit. Piece right here. Now with the amaranthus draping off, I'm still getting the color from the lilies to follow down, cascading off the basket. And there you have the planter.